Welcome to NEXTGames' Intense Ambuscade series, May 2024, against Tonberries. Now this is a challenging month for soloers, and most will find their time better spent taking on the Volume 2 Ambuscade this month, but for those soloers who want to take both on, and for party players who wish to take this month's run on, let's delve into what this run looks like. First, key item acquisition. You need 1 Tonberry kill for your first run of the day, and 3 for multiple runs in that same day. You can get these kills easily by using Home Point Warp to Den of Rancor Home Point number 1, as you just saw me doing a second ago, and then running a short distance to the gate where there are several just behind it. Before we move on to the run itself, it's important that you reset your Tonberry hate in the Temple of Ubaleaf, as having even a small amount of it will get you killed on this run. Now if you're attempting this on the easy difficulty, you can get away with a little bit of hate and still be pretty safe, but on the very difficult difficulty you will need to reset the hate after every few runs. You can lengthen the amount of time between resets by calling for help on all of the Tonberries that you fight inside of Ambuscade. Now the fight itself, which you see me taking on right now. Now when you first enter the battlefield, there will be a BTO Rascal there alone. This is a summoner who will immediately summon a water elemental to assist them once engaged on the very easy and easy difficulties. They will add an ice elemental on the normal difficulties and above, making you contend with 2 elementals. Now while the Rascal is not the primary boss of this month's run, he is the most important enemy to take on, as most runs are won or lost in the first minute when taking the Rascal on. That's because about 30 seconds after the Rascal is engaged, he will use Astral Flow, which will cause any summoned elementals to do massive damage to anyone in range. Now on very easy and easy, this damage is manageable for yourself and Trust, as it's only coming from a single water elemental. However, on normal and above, you definitely need a solid white mage using Barb Lazara to mitigate that damage from at least one of the 2 Astral Flows that will hit the group. Be sure to use any other tools you also have at your disposal, such as One for All from Rune or Migawari from Ninja, to help mitigate this damage. Now after Astral Flow has gone off, ads will start to spawn, and you have about another 30 seconds before the next Astral Flow goes off. So you must keep focused on damaging the Rascal as quickly as you can, even as all of those Astral Flows are occurring and that Rascal is damaging you. Now if you're taking this on with a party, the tank needs to be sure to grab hate on all of the ads that will spawn right after that first Astral Flow goes off. Now once you've taken out the Rascal, you will now be left to contend with the rest of the enemies that have spawned. Now how many enemies have spawned will depend on the difficulty that you're on. Now on very easy, only the main enemy of the BTO Monarch Thief will spawn. On easy, a Black Mage Defiler will spawn in addition to that. Now on normal, in place of the Defiler, 2 Chaser Thief Tonberries will spawn. Now on difficult, both the Thieves and the Black Mage will be ads, and on the very difficult difficulty, they will add a Ninja to the 2 Thieves and Black Mage as well, making a total of 5 ads that you need to contend with on that very difficult difficulty once the Rascal is taken out. Now let's go through each of these mobs in the order I suggest you take them out in. First, the Black Mage Defiler, that will be seen on easy, difficult, and very difficult. You want to take him out right after the Rascal. He will use normal Black Mage spells and of course Mana Font. Next, take out any Thieves if present, as they are on the normal difficulty and above. They will use Perfect Dodge, so if there are 2 of them out, swap to the other while the Perfect Dodge wears off on the first one that you've triggered it on. Next, take out the Ninja if you're on the very difficult difficulty. Be sure to mitigate the Majin Valkyrie damage any way you can, as it can hit for a good amount. Now once all the ads are finished off, you can now take out the final enemy with significantly more hit point than the other Tonberries, so be ready for it, the BTO Monarch. Now the Monarch is a thief, but can use Mighty Strikes, 100 Fist, Perfect Dodge, or Blood Weapon as his SB ability. Now the majority of the abilities that you will see used are familiar Tonberry abilities, including Psy, which boosts evasion, Slash Vitals, which is a single target critical damage ability with hate reset, Words of Bane, a single target ability that inflicts a powerful curse, Light of Condemnation, which is a single target gravity, bind, and TP reset ability, Vertical Slash, which is a single target ability that can inflict accuracy down. Lateral Reap is a single target ability that inflicts 75% damage down. And then there are the Tonberry hate abilities. These are the ones that are actually affected by the amount of Tonberry hate you have. The first is Everyone's Wrath, which is a single target damage ability based on your Tonberry hate. The second is Everyone's Revenge, which is an AoE version of Everyone's Wrath that inflicts 5 times the damage to everyone in range. Now, Everyone's Virulence will deal 1000 damage to everyone in range regardless of their Tonberry hate. Now, what can trigger Virulence isn't entirely clear, but seems to be related to losing hate during or after a skill chain is performed on the tank, so the tank needs to be sure to maintain hate at all times, if at all possible. The Monarch will also often try to skill chain on you with following up Light of Condemnation with either Vertical Slash or Lateral Reap. This will create a distortion skill chain, which then causes a Bozetto Shade to appear and use Sneak Attack from behind the tank, and try and create a Darkness skill chain. Now, on the higher difficulties, the target of this needs to be sure to turn when this happens so that the Sneak Attack does not land, otherwise you're almost certain to die. Now, also keep in mind that you get a 25% reduction on any Geomancer debuffs on the Rascal and a 50% reduction on the Monarch. Now, as you've seen from my 2 battle examples that have been showing during this video, soloers on the easy difficulty this month don't have too much to worry about in regards to the myriad of things that can occur, but the length of time that it takes to take out that Monarch can be a big problem. On my Dragoon, I was able to quickly finish the run in 3 minutes, but my Ninja took nearly 5, my Red Mage 9, and on my Ambuscade geared Ninja, it took a staggering 15 minutes. Now, normal difficulty is unfortunately out of the range of most solo players this month, as all of your trust will be wiped in those first 20 to 30 seconds. And then you have only another 20 or 30 seconds to finish off the Rascal solo before you yourself die to the next Astral Flow. This is why I recommend that most soloers simply go for the 400 easy hallmarks that can be gained from Volume 2 this month. That's about all the info I have to share on this month's run. Enjoy the rest of the battle example and have a great month, everyone. We'll see you next month.